I know as a beginner, when you're learning new concepts like UV unwrapping, topology, retopologizing, all these new terms, I know it can be scary. By the end of today's video, you know exactly what UV wrapping is, how to UV unwrap, why to UV unwrap. If you could take these principles that I'm teaching you today and apply them across any 3D model that you create. So let's hop into the video. All right, so after you're done modeling, the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and apply any modifiers that you have. Because if you have a subdivision modifier and also a solidify modifier, what you unwrap will only be on the original and not the updated version with the modifiers. So we have to apply it. So remember that. So once we applied everything and we have our modifiers set, everything set to how we want it, the first thing that we want to do is just apply a UV texture to our model. Now it's extremely simple. So we're going to go ahead and open up a shader editor. Then we want to go to new. And with Node Wrangler add-on, if you don't have this add-on, go to edit preferences and you're just going to type in Node Wrangler and then activate it. That's one of the most essential things that you can have when working with shaders. So with the Node Wrangler add-on activated, let's go ahead and left click our principal and we're going to hit Control T, and that's going to open a image texture, a mapping, and also texture coordinates. Now for our image textures, one thing that we're going to do is hit new. Now you can do this as low res as you want. 1K is pretty low res, but for this example, we're just gonna select both of them and multiply by 4 to give us a 4K texture. And we're just gonna name it UV. Now, once we apply this and hit new image, you'll see that we're getting our UVs. Now, your UVs might not look like this, but once we go through and add some UV seams, it's all going to look nice. All right, so one thing that I'm gonna do, I'm just going to isolate this. Now, when you're UV unwrapping, think about a milk carton, for example. If you have a milk carton, if you were to lay it down flat, you would have a couple squares on each individual tile. That's basically what we need to do. We need to tell Blender where do we want to cut so that it knows where to apply our UVs. So we're gonna hop into edit mode. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is select the edges first. So we're gonna go to our edge. Now with our loop selected, we need to save it as a selection. So one thing we're going to do is hit U, and we're going to pull up the UV unmapping menu, and then we're going to go down to mark seam. But one thing we're going to do is just hit U again, and then we're going to unwrap minimal stretch. You can see just by adding one seam is not enough because we get this hot garbage. I don't even know what this is, right? But if we take a look at our model, you can see what's happening, right? So basically it's just taking this point and that point and just flattening it out. So that's why it looks like this. So we just need to add a couple more cuts and it'll be perfect. So one thing that I've noticed, when you have holes within your model, you also have to account for that. So we're going to go ahead on the outside of this, just select these points, U, mark seam, A, U, minimum stretch, unwrap. All right, so now you can see we're getting something that looks 10 times better. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next piece. So we're gonna go down to our materials and find our material that we just created for the UV. And we're gonna go ahead and single this out. Now the same principle applies to this. We need to let Blender know where exactly are we cutting it. So let's go ahead and select this loop right here. Gonna U, mark seam. You can see that we have a cut right here where we're getting this intersection. So we're gonna go A to select everything, U, unwrap minimal stretch. And now you can see we have a nice wrap. All right, so moving forward. So there is a way to unwrap your model without marking seams. So if we select this piece right here, go back into edit mode, hit U, make sure everything is selected. We're gonna hit U, project from view. So basically what we're doing is we're telling Blender, unwrap our model from the perspective we're looking at. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. So we're going to select everything, make sure our texture is applied. We're going to, with everything selected, U, project from view. All right, so with that part complete, let's go ahead and move on to the other section of the shoe. We're going to go ahead and select this, apply our material. All you need to do is just select the edges. There you go, 1, 2. And then we're also going to select a sliver of the back. So pick shortest path is what I'm using, which is shift control. For example, if you have this point right here, shift control, you select all the points. A very, very useful tip to use when selecting edges. All right, so with everything selected, let's go ahead and U, mark seams, and then A, U, unwrap. The reason why I like to use minimum stretch is because you have this option right here where you can just add some more iterations and it will further adjust your UVs. So we just type in something like 50 or even 100. Let's try 200. All right, so you can see the difference in the stretching. So if we go to 1, you can see it's basically collapsing on itself. If we go to 50, you can see that these are spread wide apart. But if we go to all the way to 200, it cleans it up for us really nice. Here you go. All right, so for our back piece, we're gonna go ahead and add a loop cut right here. Mark seam A, unwrap minimum stretch. So moving forward, we don't need to unwrap the Adidas logo because we won't be texturing that in Substance Painter. So let's go ahead to our straps. All right, so with our strap selected, we're gonna go apply our material. So let's go ahead and select this loop right here, this too. So we're gonna solo this. I'm just using number pad slash to solo it. Select this all around. Then we're gonna go U, mark seam A, unwrap minimal stretch. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna do the same thing to our other strap. We're gonna go ahead, select it. There we go. Gonna just grab one of these loops. This loop's 2 right there. Then we're gonna U unwrap, mark seam A, U minimal stretch. All right, so moving forward to our laces. Now the interesting thing about laces, because the way I did it, they're all connected, we have to break it up in UV. If not, we're not gonna have enough space so our textures can be applied, which means we will have a lower resolution when texturing it, and we don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and split it up. Let's go ahead to edit mode. So usually when I'm unwrapping my laces, I like to put the seams where it's not that noticeable. So we're gonna put it on 1 on each side. Let's just see how that looks. We're also going to do the edges right there. So with our loop selected, we still have to add a little bit more. So we need to add more points so we can slice it up. So we're gonna go ahead and cut right there, put one right here. I'm just trying to put them where it's not going to be seen. And we're gonna put one right here also. And we're also gonna put one, right there and another one here. All right, that looks good. Now, if we need to slice it up even more, we're gonna go ahead and add points down the middle. Let's go ahead and mark these seams, unwrap. All right, so the density of our laces are looking good, but let's see how it's going to look if we add those slits down the middle. So go back to edit mode. So we just want to do it on the laces that are underneath the ones on top. So we're gonna go ahead and select that. There we go. And we're gonna select this one also. And then with all those selected, U, mark seam, and then we just need to recalculate it again. U, unwrap minimal stretch. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so that's good for now. So let's go ahead to our tongue. We're gonna apply a texture. Gonna select this outer edge, mark seam, A, unwrap. Now for our final part, we're gonna go ahead and unwrap this. Just gonna select that piece right there. Also select a loop right here. All right, that looks good. Mark seam, A, U, unwrap. We also have to do our eyelets, so we're gonna go ahead and select all of these. Now these are gonna be a simple texture, so we're gonna do a project from view. First, we're going to just join these together. All right, instead of going to a straight flat on side view, we're gonna project from view at an angle. So something like that. And I'll apply our texture, A, U, project from view. All right. Now we gotta go to our other side and do the same thing. And then for our last piece, which is inside the shoe, it's just a simple cutout. All we're gonna do is A, U, project from view. Make sure we have our texture on it. So most of our shoe is unwrapped, but there's a few things that we need to do in order to prep each UV for Substance Painter. So one thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to put each model into its own vertex so that once we merge them together, it's easier to select everything. So we're gonna go to edit mode, make sure everything is selected. We're gonna go to our vertex group, we're gonna hit plus, and we're just gonna name this shell. Now we're gonna go to our next model, make sure everything is selected. We're gonna go to plus, and we're gonna call this sole, and make sure we assign it. Just to make sure that you're doing this correctly, so hit deselect, select, deselect, select. That's how you know it's working. Make sure that it's assigned properly. So hit assign, deselect, select, deselect. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna go to our honeycomb pattern. We're gonna hit plus, assign, and we're just gonna name this HC for honeycomb. And we're gonna go to the other side and do the same thing, but we're gonna name this HC, assign it. So we're just gonna repeat this for each part of our shoe. All right, with the completion of assigning each vertex group to a part of our mesh, now we can go ahead and join everything. But we're not going to join this Adidas logo. We're going to go ahead and actually just hide that because we're not going to be texturing that in Substance Painter. So we're going to go ahead and select everything. What I like to do is just have a centralize of the base mesh where it's either the sole or the upper. So we're just going to select the shell and we're going to hit Control J. So now if you did this correctly, you should have all these vertex groups in one mesh. Now this is going to be vital when we're selecting each part of our mesh so we can manipulate it for our UV maps. All right, so let's make our UV panel just a little bit bigger. So we're gonna go into edit mode and we're gonna select everything. Now you can see how everything just looks messy. That's why we have the vertex groups, right? But first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna use something in the UV space called UDIM textures. Now UDIM texture just means instead of having one UV plane for your model, infinite amount of UV planes, which is going to be great. So to set up UDIMs it's actually pretty easy. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and we're gonna go to our image and source where it says generated. We're gonna click UDIM tiles. Now you can see that nothing changed, but we do have some other parameters that popped up. All right, so we're gonna hit this little plus icon. And for the count, we're going to add about 4 since we already have 1. So we're going to create 4 new ones. And then we're going to change the generated type. Make sure it's not on blank, but it's on UV grid. And we're going to hit add. Now, once we hit add, you can see that it created 5 different planes. So what we're going to do, we're going to spread our UV maps of each individual mesh across these tiles. So we're going to start from tile 5 and work our way up. So on tile 5, I want to add the laces here. So I'm going to select laces in the vertex group and I'm going to make sure that nothing's selected. I'm going to hit laces and hit select. Now this is going to select all my laces for me. And all I have to do is hit A in the UV editor and just slide it over. And I want to make sure I'm hitting X so that is locking to the axis. And I'm just going to slide it all the way over. Now, one thing that you have to be careful when sliding your UVs is to make sure that your UVs are not crossing the borders because you will have issues in other programs when you try to load your UVs. So we're just gonna slide this over again, just a little bit. Make sure nothing is touching the borders. This should be fine, but just to play it safe, we're gonna go ahead and scale it down a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do that for each individual piece. So let's go to our tabs. So with our first tab selected, I'm going to slide this over. Now it's kind of hard to see where the border is on each tile. So what I'm going to do is select 4 and just slide these over. It's perfect. I'm gonna go to tab 2, select it, hit A in the UV editor and slide it over. Now this may not be efficient to have such a small detail take up so much room. So what I'm going to do is just size this down and I'm gonna move it to the side. I'm select this and I'm going to select everything. Hit Control L and I'm going to size it down also. Now I just want to match it up with this size since they're roughly the same size. All right, select everything and then we're just going to place it here. Now our insole doesn't need that much detail. So we're going to go ahead and select our insole, rotate it and slide it over here. Then we're going to go to HC, which is our honeycomb pattern. We're going to select it and we're going to select everything and just slide it over till it fits perfectly. There we go. Make sure nothing's touching. Then we're going to go to HC. We're going to hit select. And we're going to slide this over. All right, perfect. All right, so just so we have some more space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this column and just scale it down and slide it over to tile 3. Still got a lot of detail on that. Perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to LL, which is lacelets. We can better organize this. So what I'm going to do is select all of them. I'm going to UV pack islands, and that's going to give me a more efficient pack. And then all I'm going to do is just scale them down and move them to tile 3. And then we're going to go to sock. I'm going to select that. And we're just going to move this over to tile 3. There we go. All right, let's select the sole. We're going to leave the sole here. It's for our tongue. We're going to go ahead and select it. So with boss select, we're going to select a couple of the points and hit Control L, which is going to select all linked. And then we're just going to slide this over and we can scale it down. All right, scale that down. So now we're going to go to our upper, hit select, Control L, and then we're just going to slide this to tile 2. And just to make sure we're not in the other tiles crossing over, Make sure we select tile 2 in the UDIM tiles. But one thing that I'm going to do, since this is the inside, we don't really need that much resolution. So I'm just gonna put it right here for now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to scale this up so we can get as much resolution as we can get. Even rotate it like that. And we're gonna take up as much space as we can. Then we're gonna select this piece again with Control L and just place it down. And we can also rotate it too. Now for our last piece, which is the heel, I'm gonna make sure we just select everything, and then we're gonna select these points. Make sure we're not selecting the sole, and we're just gonna scale this down. But we do want it to be highly res. So just looking at this, I'm going to create another UDIM 6. Make sure UV grid. That's fine. And all we're gonna do is just slide it over. And also our shell. That will be our final piece. Make sure nothing's selected. Our shell, A, and then we're just gonna slide it over to 6. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and select everything and make sure that there's nothing overlapping. For example, like this, down, and move it over. All right, now you can see that we have our UV map completed. All right, so let's go ahead and export it so we can hop into Substance Painter. So we're gonna go to Export, Wavefront OBJ. Make sure our object is selected. We're gonna go to Selection Only, just in case you have other things in your scene. And then we're going to just export it. So that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and learned a lot of important information. I promise you, if you get these basic things down and stop running away from them, stop being afraid of them, I promise you, your 3D art, your 3D design is going to go to another level. So without being said, stay tuned for the next video where we'll be texturing this in Substance Painter. So that's all for this video. Stay tuned. Have a blessed year.